No sound. Okay, still working on it. Okay, we want to I want this one. Okay, can you hear me now? Ah, one moment. These guys. Let's try. All right, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't know what the heck's going on with iOS lately. Anyway, as I was saying, Delina sent this card and it's an International Chef's Day card. Is that adorable? We're gonna have spider cakes, witch's stew, eye of newt, bat brulee, and mummy dogs. That's sweet. So today I thought I'd get into the dark side, which is kind of me. Let me just adjust my camera here, zoom out just a tiny bit, not too much. I don't want you to see my gym shorts. Um, I'm battle ready here. Now you went crooked on me, you little stinker. Cameras. I need a new mount. This one likes to twist on me when I'm not looking. Okay, there we go. I'm armed here. I've got my little this is a little, oh gosh, what do you call these things? It's a diffuser. It's got lavender oil in it because stink bugs hate lavender oil. And then I've also got this is my bug killer. So if a stink bug lands on my desk, I can shoot him right away. And all it is Dr. Bonner's peppermint oil soap and some peppermint oil. And I've got some water. And so I am going to the dark side today. Um, get real creepy. And I'm going to use some of this Distress Mixed Media Heavy Stock. I thought I had white, but I couldn't find it. So the cream will have to do. But I'm going to cut it down. And we're going to start with our background because there's parts of it that will have to dry while we do other things. And we'll just make a regular A2. Yeah, I'm fully armed. Just make a regular A2 size card, I think. This thing normally stays in my bedroom, but I brought it in here about a couple of hours ago just because I can hear them when they tick, when they land on the windows and stuff. I hear a tick and I'm freaked out. It's almost over, y'all. It's gonna get cooler. They're just trying to come in to avoid the cold weather, but I don't care. They're not invited. There. So I will start with, and I took out some of my sprays, some of my mica stains, and I think that I'm going to go with some like industrial grunge here. Let's get some distress sprays out too. We'll get our rusty hinge. We'll get, what's this? Walnut stain. What's this one? Gathered twigs. Do I have any black? Oh, I know. Ground espresso. Oh, yeah. Oh, the tape I found for the cutter on Amazon. And it's super cheap. Like, I got 4 rolls of it for like $6. Like, these are in centimeters, but this one's in inches. And then there's a couple of thicker ones that I put somewhere, God knows where. Um, Let me just get those kind of out of the way. Let me get my. Yeah, no, I don't have any craft supplies in my bedroom. And I don't have any food or anything in this room. I have food in my bedroom. In my bedroom I have a microwave, I have a coffee pot, I have a refrigerator, I have a toaster. Don't ask. Let's see. Let's start with the lightest here, I think. I'm gonna start with some Rusty Hinge, and I'm just gonna spray this out on my. Typically I use watercolor paper for this, but I thought that I would grab out my heavy stock, my mixed media heavy stock, and see how it fares here. Where's my water? Nobody knows. There it is. Get that moving around a little bit. Yeah, and there's a long story behind why I have all that stuff upstairs. And I'm sure I've told you guys, or some of you, that Mike takes in strays. And I'm not talking about animals, but he does take in stray animals. I'm talking about people. And just sometimes I'm just not comfortable going downstairs and dealing with people. So I pretty much stay up here. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Sherry. Let's give this a little dry here so we can come in and grab the rest of that goodness. Yeah, I like the way the mixed media heavy stock handles the ink. Okay, let's give it some more tappity taps. Get all that kind of cleaned up. And then start with my next color. Um, let's add a little bit. Let's go with some of this Mica Stain Burning Ember. And by the way, hi Linda and hi Maddie. Hopefully this isn't clogged. Oh, yes, I love this color. It's already looking bloody, friends. That's the point. And we'll give it some squirty squirts. Yep, that's looking pretty bloody. It's okay, there's way more to go. Always just trust the process. And that mica will show through. Yeah, Mike has a big heart. He really does. And what can I say? You know, there but for the grace of God go I. It could be me. And it has been me, but as a teenager, you know, not as a 50-year-old adult. No judgment here. So it's okay. So, yeah, if I don't feel like going downstairs, I can make myself some toast and I can reheat my coffee in the microwave that's here instead of going all the way downstairs. And not only that, but I have a lot of back and knee problems. So also, it saves me trips up and down the stairs. Okay, I'm coming in here now with gathered twigs. And I just want the outside edges. Get those darker. Loving it. Let me get it directly on right here. It's super easy to get depth of color when you know, start light and then move darker. I think I want this to run some. Oh, I love this paper. You know, I barely ever used it, the mixed media paper. I've always just used watercolor paper, but this paper is rocking. It's handling the wet, it's handling the heat, it's not absorbing the ink too fast. Okay, need a paper towel. I'm feeling I might want to add just a little bit of blue in here. Hi, Gloria. A little bit of blue. And let's do a little bit of specimen, which is kind of a deep green. Just to add a little variety. I haven't tried the SBC mixed media paper because I have so much in my stash that, 2 years ago when there was SBC Fest, I bought a 12 by 12 pad of Vicky Bouton's, and I haven't even used it. And then I have this, and I know I have some other, but I'm not positive where it is. So there's that. Okay, that looks pretty well shook. Oops. Good thing I opened that over to the side a little bit. That almost looks black, doesn't it? I'm going to wipe that up. Let's move that around a bit. I think I want to move it around quite a bit. I think the mica didn't mix in the way I hoped it would. Oh yeah, I can see the mica as it's drying. Let's give it a dry. I think I want to move it around a bit more. Let's move it this way. Now up here I'm going to have spider webs, so do a little bit of lifting, and then I'm going to do some stamping, and then I'm going to do some stenciling with some black. Get that kind of wiped down. It's pretty wet back there. Oh, I kind of like the backside too. You know, let's see here. Try and decide which stamp to use. Since I'm doing dark, I don't want to do anything cute. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, definitely check around for your options. Let's do condemned. Let me get that on there kind of straightish. And we'll do that with some archival and ground espresso. I haven't even used this stamp. I've had it for some years and haven't even used it. Just shame on me. Yeah, I saw the SBC mixed media paper was on sale today. I was tempted, but you know what I bought, y'all? I bought all that shiny paper. You know, it's shiny paper I'm talking about from last week. It's really nice too. Let's see here. What else do I want to put? Not a lot, because a lot of it's not going to even show up. Here's a favorite. I love this owl one. Yep, must use what I have. And I mean, I have some shiny paper that I made. Um, I can't wait to foil this other stuff though. All right, let's get this little owl going on here. I think I'm gonna do him right over the top of the condemned. I'm just knocking everything over. Yep, I was tempted. Nope, that doesn't show up at all, but that's okay. I don't need it to. We can always do a second one too. All right, so now what I want to do is some stenciling. And I got this stencil, so I did buy this one. And this one I'm going to do, let me think, what do I want to do with that color-wise? I want it to be subtle, really subtle. Um, let's go in with, where is my, let's go in with some Distress Oxide Crackling Campfire. Uh, I didn't buy a lot from the Tim's latest release. You can barely even see that, but that's okay. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, I had an idea and I don't know if it's going to work, so we're going to find out here in a moment. I've got this stencil, which is a spiderweb stencil. And what I want to do, what I'm hoping to do, and if it doesn't work, I'll try something else. Where did I put it? Here we go. I'm going to grab some of this black texture paste. You didn't miss much. I was just starting the background here so that it could dry because I'll be adding texture paste. So I have this black texture paste and I'm going to get some out and I'm going to plop it on. And what I want to do is add some mica to it and see what happens. I just have to decide on which mica. I mean, I could do black mica. I think I'm going to do this, not brown. Let's do the gold. I want to see. I just was curious all along how that might pan out with the black. I could use the little spoon, but I can't be asked. These came with little spoons, and then I've got this right here, which is a color changer, and I'm just gonna put a touch in. I'm just gonna touch my thing to it. And let's see what we get, if anything, because the texture paste is kind of matte, so I don't know if it's going to give us much of a shine, but it looks like it is. The other thing I'm going to try, and because I'm going to do a second one, is I'm going to try the Shimmering Goodness with a little bit of ink, re-inker, and mica. All right, let's see how this pans out here. Because the powder mica won't thin it out. It definitely lightened it up, and it definitely has the mica. So that has to dry because I intend to spray it later, once it's dried. So let me just quickly clean off my stencil here. Get my alcohol. Let's grab some of my crappy watercolor and just dab that off. So color changer supposedly, and I don't see it, but supposedly it changes depending on how the light hits it. So see, that looks kind of blue, and then you change it this way and it looks kind of gold. So almost like those interference inks. Well, that made for an interesting, I like it. Just set that aside there and continue on. Just kind of clean it. I don't clean it perfectly because the only thing I basically use through it is black. But you don't want it thick on there. Or is my water? Oh, you know what? I wonder how peppermint soap will work on there. Just curious. Ah, yeah, it was a bad storm. I was watching some Ryan Hall. Oops, got my finger in that. I didn't bring any water in here. You know, one of those something to dip this in. That's good enough. Okay, we'll set that one aside to dry, and then we're going to do another one that isn't quite so bloody. Yeah, it's tough for sure. So I've got my mixed media paper here, and I want to go, let's do blues. So we'll do chip sapphire, do some cracked pistachio, and we'll do some salty ocean. Just to kind of make a lighter one. Oh, your damage was from Helene? Okay. And I know, oops, that's okay. I got dirt on there. That's fine. Let's get some water going here. And paper towel. Oh, I got a hot mess down there on the seashore here. All right, let's do Salty Ocean. And you could use ink, and you don't have to use even Distress. You can use whatever you have. Any kind of water reactive ink. And I think what I want to do here is instead of squirt, I think I want to flip. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of my water out right here. And grab my fan brush. And this fan brush is hard because you know what I did or what I didn't do. I forgot to put it in water after I was done with it. Put it in water now. Oh, I don't know why I didn't just dip it in my water. I'm dead. Oh, Augusta did? Oh my. Well, too, there were all those tornadoes. Okay, let's come in here with the chip sapphire now, which is a very nice dark color. And I want mostly around the outside edges. Oh yeah, I think we might need some purple in here, friends. Let me grab some. Ooh, I love Fortune Teller, but I think we're gonna go with Hocus Pocus. Yeah, that's very true. So the colors I used for that one, Sherry, were Cracked Pistachio, Salty Ocean, and Chip Sapphire. And I'm about to come in with some Hocus Pocus mica stain. And I'm just going to kind of do the edges here. I might throw some fortune teller. This is my very favorite is fortune teller. Yep, there's definitely Salty Ocean in there. Look at that color. So we're going to do our spider web in a different, we're going to go a different direction on the spider web. Let's just do a little bit of splashing here, which is why I'm not so worried about this upper corner because it's going to be covered. Give that a dry. Yeah. Yeah, I love teals and purples too. In fact, let's throw a little teal in here. What I have here is Shiny Bauble, which is one of the Christmas colors. But look at that color. It's so pretty. It's almost empty too, which makes me sad, sad, sad. And it's not going to spray out. So I can't let it beat me. I can still get color out of it. You just have to get it up here in the kind of areas that lighter. Hey, Dawn. So, yeah, I understand. I mean, people, live where they live because they want to. I get tired of drying stuff and impatient. Let's grab some of that excess color there and just throw it on here, any old place, doesn't really matter. Tap a little bit more water on. We'll let that water sort of dry, and then let me find my black re-inker. I know, I don't want to live in Alabama. There's mild winters here, but I don't, I want, I want winter, winter. What am I looking for? My black re-inker. Black soot, where are you, honey? Not there. Are you black? No, you're gathered twigs. You're frayed burlap. I'm not sure if I have any black of that, but I'm sure I have black of something. Black of something. Okay. I wonder if black paint would work. Huh. All right, let's get some of this shimmery goodness out. Where did I put the other piece? Okay, it's over there. I think I'll clean off my mess here real quick before I even go any further. Um, I have so many spray things here. I don't know what to spray first. Okay. I think I'm going to skip the other stencil and just work with the spider web stencil, and then we'll get our bugs going. So here's some shimmery goodness. What? Does that fit? No. Black re-inker, where might you be? Do a house swap? You don't want to do that, Dawn. You're too private. I'm over here looking for my black re-inker, y'all, so just bear with me. I don't keep these in any organized fashion. No. No. I might not have black, surprisingly. Okay, but I do have VersaFine Claire. Don't necessarily want to use it though, because it's expensive. What's this? Oh, here's some archival. Okay, that'll work. Well, that's true. Very, very true, Dawn. You could use the Crafty Friends Crafty Room. Okay, that's about 5 drops of archival. Now, what I have here is I have this sort of blue color changer. So let's throw some of that into the mix. Let me try not to get it everywhere. Here we go. And then let's mix that up and see what it looks like. See if it's black enough. See if my, yeah, you're gonna need a lot more black re-inker than that. Oh, this stuff doesn't like re-inker. That's just kind of silver, and I don't want that. I want black or really dark. Okay, so let's mix some dark mica in. Let's do, well, I've got some black mica, pearl black, and then I've got some blue mica. Let's see what happens. Probably haven't opened this one yet. I'm putting quite a bit in. Oh, thanks, Maddie. Get some blue in here. I'm a hot mess. Oh, it's warm. Oh, poofed on me. All right, let's see what we get. What will we get? Nothing much, really. Still kind of silver. So I'm going to throw another color in here because I really don't want silver or steel gray. I want some color to it. Um, okay, fine. Let's do seedless preserves. This hasn't been opened yet. I wouldn't do beach. Well, I might, take a walk on the beach, but I certainly wouldn't swim in it. I'm like a cat. I don't like water. I like to look at it and listen to it and all the things. I just don't like being wet. Okay, so that was seedless preserves. That's going to be the closest. Oh my word. Look at that. This stuff is getting really slimy though. It's weird. Still sticking with kind of that silvery, but it does have a purple hue. So I think what I'll do is spread it on and then sprinkle the mica over top. All right. Yeah, those are the things I can do too. Sit on the beach and watch as things happen, or even nap in a hammock. Okay, let's see how this works out, friends. So this was shimmery goodness with 100 different things mixed in. I have a feeling though, because it's so wet, that I'm not going to get a good defined web. Yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, so I think what I could do is let the very top surface of that dry and then brush it over the same way you would perfect pearls. So we'll do that. All right, set this aside and we got to get going on our bugs. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the sand either, or rocks on my feet. And I never wear shoes. So if I have to wear shoes, I'm out. No, I'm kidding. I do wear them, but I try to avoid it. That's why I never go anywhere. I do need to clean up here some because now in a very thin layer, that stuff really got purple. Interesting. Come here, you. Oh, that's a hot mess, friends. We're done with that mess in a minute. I'll probably have to soak this guy and get him clean. So that's what I'll do. Let's just get that out of there. Get it out of the way. Get that out of the way. Get going on our bugs. I'm live, Mike. I heard him come in. Okay. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way because it's everywhere. Everything's leaking. Everything's wet. This lid goes somewhere. Not sure where. Um, Oh, on the chip sapphire. Okay. Look at my hands. Ooh, pretty. Okay. So what I have here is I have the entomology, and I'm afraid of bugs, so to me that makes it scary and dark. So I'm going to do the beetles because to me they're the scariest, especially that one. I think that's a roach. Frightening. Yeah, you do get tough feet from the gravel driveway. That's for sure. And let me grab my Misty. Try not to knock everything down while I'm getting it. And let's move this kind of out of the way. Here's how this looks so far. We'll see what happens as this stuff dries. And I didn't do any stamping on the other one. Um, Now I'm going to be actually watercoloring these beetles, so I do want to use some watercolor paper. And I'll use the Tim Holtz because I know it's good and I can trust it. Mine, you guys saw last week, mine went really funky on me when it got wet. So I'm going to place this up in the corner here. Try not to get my hands everywhere. And place my little bugs down. You horrible little nasty creatures. You had a private pool? Oh, that would be nice. I could do that, and just like swim for exercise or just lay. I, Shoot, I was a sunbather as a teenager. Okay. I'm going to use just VersaFine Clair on these in the Nocturne. I want them nice and black. But I'm going to leave them in here when I paint them so that I can stamp down on them again. Because I'm going to be painting them with some mica kind of paints. Where did I put them? Right here. This was an investment. These are Iulis. but I love the colors. I'm not exactly sure how to use these, if you're supposed to take them out of here or not, but I have been. Let's get a purple one. Let's get a dark green one. Let's get this other kind of green. Let's get this green. Okay. So, and grab a paintbrush. Got this little guy here. And again, I'm not entirely sure because they wiggle around. So, and the paint is really, really, really thick. So I'm just going to make sure that I've got this nice and wet so it grabs paint easily. I'm just going to paint these bugs. And I'm not doing any, intense painting. I'm just throwing paint down on them. Maybe a little darker around the edges, maybe not. Maybe I'll use a pencil to make them darker. Oh, I bet. Going to bed to watch. Oh, I would fall asleep for sure. That's just the nature of me. So you can see why that I left this in here because this stuff's pretty opaque. And so I'm going to need to stamp again to get all those details back. Because there's a lot of detail. Let's add some of this darker color in there. I probably shouldn't be doing it like this, but it's my paint. I do what I want. Creepy little bug. Get him darker here. And I want this part the dark. And I think I'll grab my other paints for the eyes because I think I want to make some scary eyes on there. Check the chat, make sure. Oh, there's a club. Okay. Yeah, you're trying to pick up on me, and I don't want you to do that because then my bugs will go bad on me. Nobody wants a bad bug. My son Kevin, when he was a very young child, a toddler, got bit by a pincher bug. And so anything that was ever bad after that was a bad bug. I'm hoping the bug will turn out cool once I restamp it. I'm going to go in here with this. I said I wasn't going to do shading and stuff, but I changed my mind. I think I'll do the eyes that color, little eye area. And this isn't really shading, it's just adding more color. I think I'm going to need my magnet here. I don't want it to move at all. So there's that bug. Oh, I smeared that one all over the place. That's okay. Let's get purple on him. Hi, Rhonda. Okay. I think we're just going to keep him simple. The only thing about any of this is you have to wait for everything to dry. Okay, let me grab my, um, where are they? Grab some of these guys. These aren't, I'm kind of disappointed in these. They really aren't very pigmented. I think I will try and make this guy kind of a brown. Whoops. Grab this red. Maybe if I get enough water and mix it up enough, it'll be heavier in the pigment. No, it's not bad. And you're hardly going to see any of that color because most of that bug is black. But any areas that might have light in it, I want shining through with the color that I picked. So if I want him to be brown, guys, what color do you think I should mix in there? Green, right? Ah, dinner sounds good. I had dinner at about 3 o'clock, though. Throw some green on here, and that should get me brown. Kind of. I could have mixed them too, but that's okay. It's not really getting me brown. Kind of, ish. Not the brown I wanted, though. Let's come back in with some more red. That guy's gonna be pretty wet. Okay, there's that bug. And then our last bug, I think I want to make him this green right here. It's the only one I didn't use, I think. No, I might have used it. It feels a little soft still. Oh, that's pretty. Tomorrow I'm going to paint fish with these paints for my art journal. I decided that I would just hand paint all of my fish on my fish page. A little bit more intense right there. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm just going to set this whole thing aside so that those have a chance to dry so I can stamp over them again. Oh, you like brisket? I'm not a fan. Mm-mm. Okay, let's make our spiders, and our sentiment. Where'd they go? Here we go. got a mess everywhere around me. I should zoom in so you guys can't see it like normal YouTubers do. Okay, we've got our spider. And then I think I want to do Fright and Wicked. Wicked, Fright. Yeah, Mike barbecued some the other day. I didn't have any. Okay, so I'm going to now do that same watercolor on some black paper. Get my spider, and I think I'll make spider. Go make him this darkest green. And I need a thicker brush, I think, because I'm just painting background basically. What would happen if I threw some of that color changer on here? Where'd the little fluffy brush go? Here it is. See if it'll spread around or not. I got this stuff just to see how it works, so I'm definitely not an expert or a pro on how this stuff works. So I need to go a lot bigger on that. It definitely kind of changed the color though. I'll probably have to do more than one coat. Let's try that. You like watching me play? It's definitely shiny, isn't it? And that color I just used is called Tree, and the color changing stuff, I don't know the name of it. I was really disappointed when I bought it. It looked nothing like it looked when I saw it on the picture. It just came in those little tiny things, and they had Chinese writing on them that I couldn't read, so I didn't know which color was which. And I kind of sort of swatched them. So this is doing exactly what I kind of expect it to do, which is it kind of lifts as you brush along, which isn't what I want. All right, let's do the purple though. Even though we'll do Fright for the purple. And I have some color changer for this purple too. I can tell it's purple. Let's see, is this the one? That's pretty dark. This one. I lost my fluffy brush again. There it is. Let's go this way with it instead of trying to spread it around like I did before. Shiny things, friends. Shiny things. Yeah, me too, Dawn. I love looking at those Pinterest fails memes. Spread that around. I don't know. I feel like the color changer doesn't really work the way it's advertised or like they show in the picture. Wicked good. It's really shiny, especially as it dries. Like, whoa. I just want to make sure it's dry enough to send through my die cutting machine. Hi, Kelly. Okay, let this sit for a second. Let's check on our first background and see where we are on dryness scale. Okay, looking good. So, um, what I want to do here is I'm going to go in with this unraveled and hope it works, hope it actually sprays out. Oh, it is color changing. Wow, I'm looking at it. Let me set it over here and see if you guys can see. It changes from red to green. It definitely does not show up in the camera. The green doesn't seem to change to anything, but this one changes. And I guess you're going to have to see it in person. All right, so I'm going to take this unraveled and I'm just going to spray in the center of the thingamadoo and then add a little bit of water. I need more water in here, friends. Oh, you missed the orange one. That's okay. Here it is. Just kind of move it around in between the web there. Unraveled is really cool when it dries. Now it is picking up obviously the ink underneath it. Okay, let's dump off. And then I want to wipe up excess. My paper towels went rolling across the room. I don't have a paper towel holder. I don't want one because it takes too much space. Okay, we're going to just dab up the excess here. I accidentally wiped some of it up. So let's get some more in there. Where'd it go? Oh my gosh, you guys. I just said, oh, just leave that just like it is. And then let's take our mica and I'm going to grab the one that's sort of gold looking. This one is sort of gold. tap it in and wipe it over and see where it lands. I'm going to tap it off on my trash can off to the side where you guys can't see, because I don't need to be breathing mica. So we definitely have, I think I want some darkness in there, so let's grab something dark. Let's grab specimen. Is that one I was having trouble spraying? Yeah, I can't see the mica in specimen. I know it's there. Oh, and then just dab off the actual web part. Okay, that's the effect I'm kind of looking for. So you just play until you can't play anymore. Now, let's check the other one. Now that one we did with, yeah, that stuff's super wet. So let me just make it bubble. No eating or breathing art supplies, right? So I'm gonna actually, on purpose, make this stuff bubble. So A, it dries, and B, it looks even cooler than it did. Did you see green in that gold? Okay, good. Yeah, I can see it too. Bubble better. Okay, it's smoking now, so I better stop bubbling. Hi, Diane. Okay, I'm gonna smush down these bubbles here. Okay, now we've got nice textury. Now I'm going to grab the purpley mica, the purpley blue one, and cross your fingers. Let's see what happens. Hi, Shannon. So I'm basically doing this the same way you would do, what's that stuff called? Perfect Pearls. I'm going to tap it off into my trash can because I'm not going to try and get that back into that tiny container. Those are basically samples. And I'm brushing off here into my trash. And now we've got kind of a mica shine going on there that is actually kind of color changing. Hi, Irma. What did Vicky do? Wait, let me back up here. Hi, Melanie. I'm trying to see Vicky. YouTube jail. Oh no, Vicky, I'm sorry. It was probably an accident. Those those things happen. I've done it to people before too. I didn't mean to. Look at me. So, isn't my thumb so pretty? Let's cut out our sentiments here and move right along. And our bugs. Let's check our bugs. The bugs should be dry now. We need the bugs. I'm building myself a into a little corner here. All right, so yep, they're dry. Let's restamp them. You guys get out of my way. And where did it go? Right here. Well, you put it on your nail polish, Shannon. That's what it's for, actually. Well, it's for that or for resin. But if you have your nail polish like a clear, just a little bit tacky, then you can spread it on there and then do a clear coat over it. Okay, hope and pray these didn't move on me. I know. Your boogers were red. I love it. We need more. We need more ink. I might have to switch inks here. Well, part of what's happening is the ink is trying to pick up some of the mica and not wanting to stick to other. I might have to go in with the big guns. And I'm a little bit off. Okay, going in with the big guns. Ba-bum. I'm just not getting the coverage I want. This smells so good. This is the one that's not covering for me. Either that or I just can't see it. Nope, it's just not covering. I'll keep trying. I haven't given up yet. Oh, we're kind of getting some coverage. This guy here, he's just stubborn. Let's see if this magnet is what's causing the problem. These two guys. Yeah, those bugs. That's best I can do. It's not, those, it doesn't matter what ink I use, it does not want to cover. I might have to try paint. I'm not beyond doing paint. Let's grab some paint. I'm just looking for my black paint, friends. That might be an idea, Yvette. I can try that. If that doesn't work, I'll use paint. Oh, I know I have black soot. Where is it? Oh, it's not in this. It's right here. Let's try cleaning the stamp. Good idea. Didn't think it. Do the simple things, T. Da, da, da. Oh, black. I'd be afraid to do black embossing powder. Like it would be like some of these lines are so fine that it would bury the lines. This thing's almost empty too. Let's see if we do any better. And we'll try with the VersaFine Clair. Because it's a pigment, so it typically sits on top. Oh my gosh, that would freak me out. It might be a stamps. I mean, so that was a good idea. It kind of almost worked. cleaning them first. But I'm going with the big guns here. Let me just grab my little messy thing. I'll grab this guy. Oops, don't run over that. Grab this guy. Grab my sprayer. Grab my paint. Yeah, the mica seems to be blocking it. I'm not afraid to use paint on my stamps. Cleans off. Just try not to get it on there too thick. See what happens. Yeah, that worked. I mean, it definitely brought some definition. Still, this bug, these two right here, they're just stubborn. They're just like bugs. And if you haven't been on my channel or haven't watched me before, the reason I like to do stuff on things like this is because if I do it on my black mat, I'll forget that I did it, and then I'll have a hot mess everywhere. Okay, that gave them some more definition, and I'm going to call that good enough. Let's just set that aside for a second, give it a second to dry. Find the right cleaning thing. Water should work. Clean these stamps off real quick. You can't be afraid to get paint on your rubber stamps because they clean right off. Yeah, Dawn, did you have to change your pants? I don't want paint on this rag. I mean, that much paint. Just clean off my brayer here real quick. Clean that off a little bit. Not a big deal. All right, now to start cutting and get these cards put together. I think we'll start with, you know what I'm going to do, friends? I'm going to pick things up here for a minute, and that's not typical of me, but I'm really, really running out of space to do anything, and I'm afraid I'm going to knock something over and make a hot mess. So I'm just going to put these in this little box down by my feet that I can kick over. Until I get a chance to clean it up. You guys get out of my way. All of you can get out of my way. Oh, these have magnets on the bottom of them. Okay, cool. All right, now. Cam, text. Now, it's not a bad idea. Oh, shoot. See, if I can't knock one thing over, I might just knock something else over for you. That's the one thing about this container I made for my blending buddies is it gets knocked over easily. Okay, there's just one missing. Where are you? I'm not going to stress over it. It's here somewhere. All right. Oh, that's right. You did make double-sided cards. I remember. Oh, here it is. Right under my Empress. Okay. Trying to do stuff where you guys can see me best I can. Here's our Wicked. I know, and I'm kidding. Although that's what I get from my kids, like a Facebook message. But they're boys, you know. I There's only so much you can expect. I mean, some guys are the exception, but typically, come here, you. Oh wow, that looks good. I like it. This piece right here, it just makes me nuts. Get out. So there's Wicked. Wicked. All right, let's do gnarly. I mean, frightful or fright. Where did fright go? Where'd you go? You guys saw me. Oh, here it is. Mm, let's see here. I think I want to go, if I'm going to lose part of my color, I think I want to lose it at the top and not the bottom. Hey, Lisa. We got to cut out these bugs. Luckily that distress paint is really, really thin, so it dries quickly. And decided to do one kind of purpley because I know that some of my friends are not into dark and grunge and scary and creepy. You know, Halloween is, if celebrated at all, is, you know, cute witchies and ghosties and stuff, which I have no problem with at all. Here's how the fright came out. I can't see a color change on it. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not there. I just don't see it. I'm going to rough cut these guys first. And I've got a couple of spiders I need to cut, and I'm just going to cut those out of flat, probably glossy paper. It's a little wet still. This one's dry. Okay. Now, what did I do with the bug dyes? I know they're right here somewhere. Yep. That one looks like this. Ugh, God, I hate bugs. I hate bugs, but I do love bug dyes. Bug ephemera. Need to come down just a wee bit. That looks about right. So in case you didn't have, this is Tim Holtz Entomology. It's kind of an older set. Now look at that. Once those are die cut, they look pretty cool, and especially if I put some black around the edges. Let's see here. Is this one dry? Yeah. I think maybe I can do two at a time here. This one is this one. I mean, they cut right on the edge, which is cool. I've made bug magnets before. This one is a little antenna go out like that. You're kidding me. What? I wonder what time. So Delina says the aurora is supposed to be visible even down here. I saw your pictures. Good night, Yvette. No, I'm going to use that spider die, so nope, not going to put it away. I just want to cut him out of something else. Ew. Let's sit right there for a minute. He goes with this other set anyway. Oh, don't get your leg caught, little bug. Even though I don't like you, I don't want you to get hurt. They look real, huh? Okay, this last bug, which is got the three prongs or whatever those things are. Right after dark. What direction, Delina? That's the last time we were supposed to be able to see one. I couldn't find it. I don't know if I was looking in the wrong direction or what I was supposed to be looking for, and I couldn't really find the information online. And what I'm over here doing is picking my lazy self doesn't always pick the mint tape out. Northish. Okay, let me think about which way north is. I can figure out which way north is. I think I have a compass on my iPhone. Okay, now let's get our spiders and put these bad boys together. Because I have webs, I have to have spiders. And let's grab the scrapbook.com paper. Not the pastels. We definitely don't want pastel spiders. We'll grab the black out of the rainbow pad. You have, well, I mean, you're pretty north there in Maine. I don't know. I'm going to cut this off because I don't want any gobbledygook from my cutting plate to be on my black shiny paper. This isn't really super shiny. It's almost satiny. Spider one. It got shinier a little bit as I die cut it. Not much. Your hammock. Well, knowing where your hammock faces is super important, especially like if you're a napper like me and you don't want the afternoon sun waking you up. I'm one of those people that falls asleep to noise. So, for instance, if I go to a playground or a park where there's a lot of noise, like kids playing tetherball and running and things smacking and all that stuff, I can fall right to sleep. It's the super quiet sometimes where I can't. All right, let's get this stuff out of the way. Come on, itsy bitsy spider. Oops. Let go of everything. There's one spider. One spider. Now, bugs. I definitely need to do some black around the edges of those bugs. I think I want the roach on here, bigger than the spider, one of those big giant roaches. If you live in the South, you know what I'm talking about. Do I want, yeah, these definitely need to, especially this one I didn't do a very good job cutting out. So let's grab, leaf blower. Wait, what? Yeah, and I don't typically go outside at night either because I'm scared of bugs. Although I have this great little shelter outside of my backyard, um, that Mike built me. It's a sort of like little cabana or something like that. So I can go sit out there and drink coffee in the morning if I want to, but I typically don't because, well, I told you earlier, I'm just not a big fan of going downstairs. Paint was a good idea. I probably should have done that in the first place so it would have dried faster. Yep, and I'm going to get this on my fingers, and that's all there is to it, friends. Gonna hang out with me, you're gonna get messy. You know what? Come on, get on there. It's not easy. This is really, really, really tiny paper. But I definitely want that white covered. It's just, I mean, it doesn't give a shine in the right place. Maybe I want, no, I don't want the purple guy over there. He just doesn't fit right. I almost feel like I need to do black outline the fright too. We could be here all night, friends, to make it stand out more. But I can pop it up. That'll work too. Don't you think? He brought you one of those giant roaches? Oh my gosh, multiple screams, I bet. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Mm-mm. Mike says they're not roaches, they're water bugs. I say that I don't care what you call them, they look like a roach to me, and that's all that counts. Every once in a while, one will creep into the house, and when I was working, they like to come into my office. I don't know how they get in. Well, I do know how they get in because our house is really old and they probably get in the same way that stink bugs do. And I swear I hear a stink bug ticking, but I think it's my little anti-stink bug thing. Oh no, Delina, it fell apart. You know what? I'm gonna try something new here. I'm gonna set this down and do it like this. I don't know why I didn't think of this earlier. I'm duh. I didn't get my nap today, so that's my excuse. What's yours? Last night I fell asleep watching TV at like 5:30 or 6, maybe 6:30, and woke up about 12:30 and couldn't get back to sleep. You know how that goes. I don't know how many bugs I'm not sure I want bugs on here after all that work. Or I totally missed that spot right there on that side. I can see it. We're gonna think about that. Yeah, they play dead. I know. I don't want to talk about it. And they're too big. I'm definitely not going to squash it, and I don't squash stink bugs, but I spray them and then I just pick them up gingerly in a piece of Kleenex because if you pick them up hard, they'll shoot you with their stink. And they go down the water slide. Okay, at least my bugs don't have any white on them now. Oh no, where's the lid? Oh, here it is. Okay. And this one I'm using is a Tombow water marker. Okay, put these guys together. Stop yapping and get done. Okay, let's do. Now, see how I'm going back and forth? If you tear one way, you get some white edge. If you tear the other way, you don't. And I want a little bit of white edge that I can make black. Oh, thanks, Don. My process is wing it. And that's pretty much how I make, and unless I have something specific I need to make, I just kind of do what I feel like doing, and it either comes out right or it doesn't. Get my dressing. Where's my little Scooby Dooby? I don't see it. Okay, just get a fresh one out. Yeah, the water slide. Kind of curl that a little bit, just mess it up as best I can. Reminds me of back in the day, back in the 90s. There used to be a chat. This is before Google or YouTube or anything else. There used to be chat rooms, and I personally hung out in the Excite chat rooms. And at the time, you could pick any picture you want to make your avatar. It could be a picture of yourself or something you found on the internet, and depending on the type of chat room, what kind of an avatar you might have. And I worked in what was called the paint room. So chat rooms would get made just so people could come get their avatar painted. So painted meaning enhanced in Photoshop or whatever. Yeah, in the 1900s, in Photoshop or whatever, the graphics application that you happen to use. And I was a painter, and it was really popular to have torn, burnt edges. And these remind me of the burnt edges, getting to the point of my story at some point. All right, let's get a card base. Earlier today, I lost all my card bases. I've moved stuff around. I've been looking for my flat, clear, and I'm not going to use my expensive black paper for this. No, I'm not. I've been looking for my flat, clear Velcro dots for a project I'm working on because you could use, look at my hands, that's a hot mess. You could use magnets, but I don't want anybody's children or pets to accidentally swallow a magnet, so I don't want to recommend a magnet to use, if that makes any sense. Hi, Jonna. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Look at the backside of this guy. That's a hot mess. But somebody might enjoy that background. A little too much white for me when I'm trying to be dark here. Yeah, I remember MySpace. I sure do. I didn't use it a whole lot. And when Facebook first came out, I'm like, what the heck is that? I was using MySpace at the time. I think I'm going to put Fright down here, and the reason for that is that you can see it better. And I don't want to pop it up because it's got a lot of very delicate edges, and I can't be asked. Let's pop that piece out. I missed. Besides that, I ran out of time a few minutes ago. I'm surprised my headset hasn't died on me yet. My earbuds, I mean. It will eventually. Because I can't hear you guys, I won't know it either. Oh, this is very delicate. I love this little scary little font though. Okay, dun, dun, dun. Oops. That's okay. You guys see the fright there? We'll pop up our spider. Um, I want him coming after oh, the bug should be trapped in the web, huh? Where'd the other bugs go? Oh no, I lost bugs. That's no good. No bueno. I lost a big roach. Okay, you can go on the magnet right now so I can find you later. Oh, here they are. They're on the other. I think I'm going to do this green guy trapped in the web. But in order for him to be trapped, he really needs to be wrapped up. We'll forget wrapping it up. I'm not doing that. Oh, hey, Delise. I'm just wrapping it up here, finishing off these two cards. Okay, you think you're going somewhere, bug, but where you're going is not going to be pretty. Let me see. Let me find my little black foam tape, guys. These are kind of high. They're probably 3 millimeters. Yeah, you're about to go in for the kill, aren't you, Mama? Oh, really? Oh, yeah, it's dark here. Let me just go look at the window a minute. Oh, you can't see squat out my windows. I have to go outside. The green light is halogen though. Okay, let me hurry so I can go look. Let's do this one differently. Let's do this one with scissors. Oops, that's okay. I'm rushing now, you guys. I want to see. Okay, we'll put that on a craft card base. Oh, and I mean, I should be able to see it. I hope. I hope. I didn't get to see it last time and I was super, super bummed. Yeah, sometimes the big city might block the lights. I don't know. And let's put the wicket down. Look at me rushing here. Be a hot, sloppy mess. Oop, I didn't poke that one piece out. Yeah, I think I want it right here. I don't know where my other spider went either. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that bug is awful. Well, that's going to be difficult. He's going to have to go. If I cover the wicket, I think I'll put him. I want the bug going that way. Oh, it's not cold. It's not cold here yet. It's probably still in the 70s outside. I want him here. All right, guys, that's it. Those are my dark cards, and they didn't get as dark as I kind of hoped they would, but they're still dark, compared to cute Halloween cards, right? Here's all of our mica, our color changing micas that are really hard to see unless the light hits it exactly right. But thank you guys for coming to hang out, and thank you for telling me about the aurora. I'm going to put my flip-flops on and run outside, and whoever's here tomorrow morning, including my friend Dawn, will be back for our journal adventures. Yeah, take pictures. Put pictures, pictures, pictures.